until that is done, we must act with caution as a minister.
Okay, distinguished colleagues, I don't think there is need for a major debate on what is before us. It's a long list which Itainang and the sponsors have produced. There is no doubt about that, but there is also a lot of diplomacy involved. And I believe that the federal government is aware of these treaties. They signed them. They have not sent them to us. And for those of you who were here, I think it was in the 6th Senate, they brought the treaty on the Green Tree Agreement or something that had to do with seizing Bakassi. And this Senate, we didn't ratify it. So that one is hanging in the air. I think there is much more than meets the eye on the surface that some of these treaties have not been brought. That, however, is not to say that that all of them fall into the same category. I think each treaty here should be treated on its own merit. And I think this is where working closely with the Committee on Foreign Affairs and working closely with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs itself is very important. My understanding of what the sponsors have put forward to us is these are treaties that we may have signed but have not been ratified here, but not necessarily because they are not treaties that we want to ratify, but for one reason or the other they have not been brought to us. Rather than debate this any further, I think we should just ask the Committee on Foreign Affairs to liaise with the ministry itself and then those who are sponsors of this, so that if there is any treaty that needs to be brought forward, they bring it forward. But I don't think we have to worry unduly about the delay that we're experiencing at the moment, unless there is any additional information. Yes, San.
Thank you. Victor Ndomegba, representing Cross River Central. I'm also listed as a co-sponsor to this. My intervention is just regarding the prayers, so that it will be in line with the thinking of this Senate that has become evident. So I want to propose an amendment to the prayer, with your kind permission, Mr. President.
Okay, before then, Ningi, we'll amend the prayer. Yes, Victor. Yes, Abdul Ningi.
Before the prayer, sir, I'm also a co-sponsor. But Mr. Senate President, you cannot give what you don't have. This National Assembly doesn't have this treaty sent. What we need to do as a parliament is to do what the executive failed to do, is to write a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation, calling his attention and quoting the relevant section of the Constitution that these are pending for ratification before the National Assembly. And until the executive sends this in for ratification, I feel strongly, sir, that we don't have it. So you don't give what you don't have. We send this to the Attorney General, calling his attention to send them to the Senate President for ratification. Otherwise, we can't be doing the legislative job and then doing the executive work. I am sure if you ask the Committee on Foreign Affairs to get involved, we are still doing the same thing. I think it has to emanate from them. If they don't know, now they should know. That is my opinion.
Yeah, at the moment we don't even have this before, so we don't know. Technically speaking, we are not aware of this. Yes, and so it's difficult for us to even forward anything to them. What would be the basis for sending this list to anybody? We don't have, the thing is not before us. That's why I think the prayer should, I don't know how you are going to reward the prayer, but in my opinion, the prayer is maybe to find out from them if there are treaties or conventions that is before them. Yes, Victor, what's the prayer?
Yeah. Before I go to the text of the prayer, the easiest way to deal with this, given the situation, is through the oversight functions of the Committee on Foreign Affairs. Through their oversight, they can call for this treaty. So I just want to propose this, sir. Urge the federal government to brief this distinguished Senate through our Committee on Foreign Affairs on the status of these treaties.
How will you get the list? You don't have any list.
It's through the committee's powers of oversight. The committee can ask the federal government, look, we want a list of all the treaties or protocols or agreements that we have entered into. It is oversight function. And then,
Okay, so it will be that our committee finds out the list of treaties or conventions. Okay. Yes, Chris Ngige, information.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, Chris Ngige, Anambra Central Senator as well. Mr. President, I thought I heard the chairman Foreign Affairs Committee well. I heard him say that they have done a letter to Foreign Affairs to punish them with all this. So if that is the situation, this resolution, which some people call prayer, that's a resolution, is in order. It's just asking them by a Senate resolution to strengthen the hands of the committee so that they can pass them to the committee for us to digest here. Thank you.
If they've done a letter, then we wait for them to get a reply for the letter, then there will be no need for this resolution at all.
This is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
Providence and hard work. One can aspire to achieve anything in life. Ladies and gentlemen, his passion for governance is that of a man who wants to do more because there is much more to be done in fixing Nigeria. His determination to create a better future for the younger generation is informed by his conviction that people constitute the wealth.
The former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is formally declaring his intention to contest the 2015 presidential election under the platform of the All Progressive Congress. Very soon, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will take the stage to formally declare his intention. He's been supported here by various groups under the Atiku support group by his Director General Abdulrazak Namajas. Also, various interest groups are here to support this bid. There are National Assembly members like Senator Jumai Al-Hassan, Senator George Akumi, and also the APC gubernatorial candidate in the Adamawa election, Senator Jibril Ebendao. Also, there are various organizations like Traiki Vanguard, the Save Nigeria, the Traiki APC Youth Vanguard Northeast. Right now, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is going to address the gathering and Nigerians on his intention to contest the 2015 election under the All Progressives Congress. APC is contesting this election for the first time as it's a new party formed and registered by INEC in 2013. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar getting set to formally declare his intention to contest the presidential election. The All Progressives Congress, as you know, is a formation of 3 opposition parties who merged to form APC. The parties that form APC include AMPP, the All Nigeria People's Party, the defunct AMPP, the defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, and the ACN. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is getting set to formally declare as one of the aspirants to contest the 2015 election.
Attention, please. Thank you. I am not going to speak unless I have silence.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to be said, but we can only hear if one person talks and we all listen. I beg you, let's listen to our aspirant. Thank you.
Like we earlier told you, the APC has released its timetable for the presidential primaries, which is to hold at its national convention on 2nd of December.
And members of our great party, the All Progressives Congress, APC, our dynamic and vibrant Nigerian youth at home and abroad, the members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this special gathering. I feel truly honored by your presence. That you could attend this event despite the security and healthcare challenges facing this country at the moment is all the more gratifying. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are all here because we believe that our country can be made better. We want to see Nigeria develop, prosper, and become the pride of Africa and the black race. We are here because we know that change must come, and that change will only come because of you here and those of you at home. As I move around this country interacting with regular Nigerians, I listen to their concerns about unfulfilled expectations, frustrations, and sometimes disillusionment. Yet, I still see the excitement, determination, and hope on their faces. In spite of the many challenges we face, it is quite remarkable that our people have refused to give up on Nigeria. It is inspiring that amidst difficulties and growing anxiety over the future of our country, our people have refused to succumb to despair and hopelessness. This never say die attitude gives me immense hope, and it is one of the reasons why I can never give up on Nigeria. The glaring mismatch between our potentials and our achievements has become for many a frustrating puzzle. For others, it is a topic for national debate. And yet for another group, it is doomsday lament. But as a progressive and open-minded Nigerian, I consider it a golden opportunity and a bittersweet chance to display our courage, rekindle our innovative instinct, showcase our character, and turn the Nigerian dream into reality. The future of Nigeria is represented here. Nigerians of my generation who work tirelessly to earn a living, striving to make Nigeria a better place for themselves and their families, and who are entitled to retire in comfort are here. Our youth are represented here. Please join me in giving 3 bossas for our youth. Bossa, bossa, bossa. Thank you very much. You, the youth, endowed with fresh ideas, bubbling energy, and a passionate desire for change. You are the hope of this nation. Without you, we really can't talk of a future with hope and confidence. That is why the 2015 election is about you. It is about how to ensure that you live safe and secure lives. It is about making sure that you feed well, receive quality and affordable education and training, secure good jobs, support your own families, and contribute positively to the development of our country. This is what a responsive and responsible government owes to its citizens. This is what our generation owes upcoming generations. This is what we must do to guarantee our country's future. This is what democracy promises. This is what our party, the All Progressives Congress, seeks to actualize. Our party, the APC, at its inception in July 2013, offered a great hope for many Nigerians as a potent alternative to the ruling PDP. We have in our fold selfless leaders who cherish democratic principles and practice, and who have demonstrated their patriotism in deepening democracy. Regardless of the loud and lavish political propaganda deceit, official impunity, and unjust applications of powers of patronage and sanctions by the PDP administration, let me assure you that our party remains strong and capable of fulfilling the nation's thirst for change. And we shall do so united across regions, religions, and generations. Some people have argued for a generational shift to younger leaders without much experience. However, I believe that it is the responsibility of my generation to offer our political shoulders to the new generation to climb open, improve their vision, and expand their horizon. It is this transgenerational collaboration and partnership that represents the best model to create the future that we desire and serve. This is a well-tested model. The future of this nation should never again be subjected to leadership experimentation or learning on the job. My story is similar to the story of many of my generations and even current generations. We have listened to young men and women. I was born in a southern Adamawa village to a nomadic itinerant and his wife who was a farmer. I grew up as a shepherd and a farm boy. I was the only child of my parents. My father had to be imprisoned by the local authorities before he could allow me to go to school. Thank you. Thank you. At 11, I lost my father, and my whole world fell apart. With the help of my mother, other relatives and friends of my father, I pulled myself up from these doldrums and despair. I faced the future with uncommon confidence, hope, and faith in God. I am where I am today because I did not give up. Never give up. I struggled to acquire a good education because the opportunity was made available. Most people never had a chance, and their potentials were never discovered, and their contributions to national development thus curtailed. I worry today that too many of our young people, some we have listened to, who could have improved their lives and that of this nation have not been getting the opportunities to do so. In the 20 years that I spent in the Nigerian public service, I built a solid reputation for myself as diligent, honest, hardworking, and innovative staff. I retired as an accomplished and fulfilled public servant. That is what every Nigerian who had diligently served this country deserves, and not dehumanization, humiliation, and neglect. I became politically active in 1987 because my imagination was captured by a leader, the late Shehu Musa Yaradua. Who started with persistent determination and diligence to construct bridges of understanding and love across the ethno-religious divides inherent in our society. He convinced all of us who were bold to defy the status quo to participate in his noble passion. We were convinced that it was the only way to preserve our national unity and establish a structure of peace necessary for national development. Even after his death, we have continued with renewed vigor to pursue his dream. And this is what I want the youth seated here today to do even after our own death. My politics have always been guided by the enduring values of fairness and justice, honesty of purpose, the pursuit of excellence, selflessness, and the love for my country. These values also characterize my conduct in business. As Vice President of Nigeria from 1999 to 2007, I worked closely with my boss, President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is also a passionate defender of Nigerian unity. First, we reintegrated our country into the international community following years of isolation. We professionalized our armed forces. We embarked on fundamental economic reforms articulated by an economic team, which I had the honor to chair. We focused on macroeconomic stability and transforming critical areas such as banking, insurance, oil and gas, telecommunication, pension, and the civil service. We created novel institutions that should lay the foundation for good governance and accountability, such as Bureau of Procurement, which was called Due Process, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Servicom, whose golden rule is, I quote, serve others as you would like to be served, unquote. Sadly, most of these institutions are now mere shadows of themselves. We also paid off nearly all of our foreign debt, which was crippling the country. We stabilized the exchange rate of the naira as well as interest rates and reduced inflation. What needed to follow was for these macroeconomic gains to be further translated into improved welfare for our people. With the reforms in the telecommunications sector, we increased the number of functioning telephone lines from only 200,000 at the inception of our administration to over 70 million by the time we left. Our reforms also led to an increase in the market capitalization of the Nigerian Stock Exchange from 400 billion to over 8 trillion by 2007 and to nearly 13 trillion by 2008. We also handed over well-articulated master plans for the development of multimodal transportation system, including a contract for the modernization of the railways. We also commenced the implementation of the gas power master plan with a target of 26,000 megawatts of electricity expected to be delivered by 2015. This is the story of an administration which I am proud to have been part of. These achievements were made possible because of the vision, commitment, and dedication of leadership. Good leadership is what it takes to make good things happen. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, did we resolve all of Nigeria's challenges or problems? Of course not. But no one would say that there was leadership vacuum or lack of commitment, plan, and execution. Never. We know the story today. Rather than continuing to pay down our debts, our borrowing has actually been increasing, even though the price of oil has consistently been above $100 per barrel since the inception of the current administration. The percentage of our budget that is implemented has diminished significantly since capital projects are poorly cash-backed. A number of major manufacturers have divested from Nigeria and relocated to neighboring countries, while those that remain operate at far below their installed capacity, due mainly to poor infrastructure. The environment for doing business and our ranking in World Competitiveness Index have worsened. Therefore, job opportunities for our teeming youth have become harder to come by. We recall with sadness the avoidable death of job seekers during the poorly organized so-called immigration service recruitment exam just last year. Up to this moment, no one has been held accountable for those needless deaths. On human development, our infant and maternal mortality and poverty and illiteracy levels continue to be embarrassingly high. Thus, while countries such as Ghana and Botswana are classified by the UNDP as being at the medium human development level, Nigeria is grouped with those at the low human development level. This situation reinforces the urgent need for change. We cannot continue down this path of national decline. Resentment, disillusionment, and hopelessness are the emotions on which insecurity and disharmony thrive. Our country is more divided today than at any other time since the Civil War. There is a disturbing rise in ethnic nationalism and religious bigotry. This is promoting social tension and mutual distrust among the people of Nigeria. All over the country, there are daily breaches of security resulting in loss of lives and properties. Armed robbery, kidnappings, and human trafficking continue to ravage many parts of the country. A bunch of extremist insurgents are hosting strange flags on large areas of our territory that they claim to have conquered. Unspeakable horrors are now being committed daily against our people by antisocial elements in the name of religion and other causes. Government has a responsibility to do everything possible to hold the ongoing dehumanization of Nigerians. Unfortunately, what we have is a serious governance deficit. To put it bluntly, our country seems to be on autopilot with no one in charge. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a strong, dynamic, decisive, competent, and visionary leadership that can halt the current drift of the ship of state, fight corruption, create jobs, rebuild our infrastructure, provide social services, and tackle insecurity in a decisive, robust, and multi-pronged way. This is the change we want and deserve, and this is the change the APC is primed to offer. And that is why I am Thank you. And that is why I am a proud member of this platform for change. To fix Nigeria, an APC government will promote a new socio-political order which will compel the leadership to always balance power and authority with service and accountability. I have been asked why I am always seeking to become the president of this country. I have answered. My passion for good governance is that of a man who wants to do more because there is so much more to be done in fixing Nigeria. This passion continues to grow as long as this government is not really doing the fixing. I have what it takes to bring people together and turn things around for better. Therefore, I want to play a leading role in the transgenerational efforts to save this country and improve the lives of our people. With the support of millions of Nigerians desirous of change and the hard work by all of us, the APC shall form the next government of this great nation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have therefore decided that I will, by the grace of God, along with other respected leaders of our party, seek nomination as a candidate of the APC to contest the presidential election of 2015. I want to lead a government that will invest in its people, because people constitute the wealth of any nation. I want to lead a government that will create a Nigeria for all. A Nigeria that is not about North or South, Christian or Muslim, but about a better tomorrow, where every citizen will feel secure, act with patriotism, having assurance of the fulfillment of his or her aspirations. I want to lead a government that will rebuild the institution of governance with zero tolerance for corruption and nepotism, where hard work and dedication are adequately rewarded. I want to assemble the best brains in the land and provide the political will and commitments so that jointly and the cooperation of all of you build a Nigeria of our dreams. Nigeria must rise to retake its leadership place in Africa and earn the respect of other nations. This places on us the responsibility of stewardship. It is the consciousness of this national responsibility that has guided my political adventures, and it is this call to serve that I have come to answer once again. Nigeria must and will be great. With your support and prayers, we will change this country for good. We will create a country that will truly be the pride of the black race. We will create a new Nigeria for all Nigerians. It is time for change. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar formally declared his intention to go for the nomination of the APC to emerge as the candidate for the party in 2015 general elections. In the speech delivered, Atiku Abubakar, he said he joined the race because of the passion he has for Nigeria and promised to continue to be the leader of, to make Nigeria to continue to be the leader of Africa. Atiku Abubakar commended his supporters for their excitement and support to see him emerge as the candidate of APC in 2015 and pledged that he will not let them down.
Yeah, some youths to please come on stage and join our aspirants.
The presidential hopeful also described the future of Nigeria as bright, and according to him, that future is fully represented at this event where he is declaring his intention to go for the APC ticket. He particularly doffed his hat for the Nigerian youth and encouraged them to keep the fire burning. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a former vice president of Nigeria under the administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo between 1999 and 2007. He is expressing his interest to contest the presidential election under the All Progressives Congress, APC. APC is a new party formed by the opposition political parties, the defunct ANPP, All Nigeria People's Party, the defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, and the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN. Atiku Abubakar there taking snapshots with some of the party leaders. I can see the National Secretary of the party, Mai Malabuni, the National Youth Leader, Ibrahim Dasuki Jalo, and other leaders of the APC and other youth leaders across the country. We earlier told you many groups are here in support of Atiku's bid under the auspices of Atiku Support Group. Some of such groups include Turaki Vanguard, the Save Nigeria Group, APC Youth Vanguard Northeast, Turaki Collection, Atiku Youth Vanguard Northeast, Igbo Progressives Forum, Northern Grassroots Advocacy Group, APC Youth Congress from Jigawa, Turaki Support Group from Yola, and APC Women Youth League. Also Nollywood Actresses for Change and Northern Voters Forum. The All Progressives Congress APC has slated its primaries for presidential election to hold in December, that is 2nd of December 2014, where its candidate for the election will emerge. At that national convention, the party will elect its candidate, and it is expected to be conducted by all the national leadership of the party and some delegates to be as agreed by the constitution of the party. Right now, Atiku Abubakar has formally declared his intention, and he is taking snapshots with many party leaders, including members of the National Assembly who are present here. They include the senator representing Taraba State in the National Assembly, Senator Jummai Al-Hassan, Senator George Akume from Benue State, and the APC gubernatorial candidate from Adamawa, where Atiku Abubakar hailed from, that is Senator Jibril Bindao. He's also here to show his support to the aspirant.
APC, very distinguished Nigerians of APC extraction, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Senator George Akume, the Senate's minority leader. I have been asked, mandated by the leadership of the caucus to be here and to tell you, all supporters of the APC, that we are all members of the same family. All of us who love this country belong to the APC. All of us who want democracy to survive belong to APC. All of us who want this country to move forward belong to APC. One of them is one of ours, and that's His Excellency Atiku Abubakar Turaki Adamawa, the Zegemuloti. We want you to know that in this family, we have very seasoned Nigerians, tested, those who can deliver, those who can be trusted, those who can lead this country to a greater tomorrow, Nigerians who can reconstruct the deconstructed country that we have today. You mentioned Atiku, you mentioned General Buhari, you mentioned Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you mentioned Kwankwaso, you mentioned Saraki. All of them. Senator Boka Abba Ibrahim, Bidi Lawa, Audu Ogbe, Onu, and all our performing governors, great Nigerians who will ensure that tomorrow will be better than today. His Excellency, in his statement, mentioned topical issues. He said, the primary purpose of government is what? Protection of lives and properties. Are we being protected? No. Are properties safe? No. Is the economy functioning? No. Are we not divided? Yeah. North and south, east and west, religiously, even when people use their plans to launder money, they because we are this. And therefore, the great Nigerian people continue to reinvest your faith in this country, your faith in APC, your faith in the leadership of the APC. We present to you today, His Excellency, the man from Adamawa, the man who has helped so many people, the man who wants to serve, the man who wants to serve. That man needs no introduction. He is who? Turaki Adamawa. It is my honor to introduce you. We want to congratulate another one who is standing here, this small one, the son of the Turaki Adamawa, the son of the Turaki Adamawa, the great man, this great young Nigerian, the man you want to lead Adamawa, the man who can do it, the man who can fix Adamawa. He's a senator. He is a Bino. We have a Bino they don't have. We have a Tiku they don't have. So, you, this man, had carried his hand too. Bino! That Bino! Thank you. Congratulations, Hajia. The governor of Taraba is here. You see, there's this lady, a very strong woman, a woman of character, a woman who wants to make the difference. She is a lawmaker. She is a lawyer. She is a mother. She is a wife. She is a sister. She has a brain and a beauty. She can serve. She can make a difference. And this is she. We want to thank Dino for being here. Dino is always around. Dino is a great Nigerian. Whether you like him or not, the ideas are there. He's fantastic. We thank you for this wonderful opportunity. And I want to thank the MC for doing a good job and for all of you for coming. We thank you.
Senator George Akume from Benue State and the leader of the APC caucus at the National Assembly has expressed their support to the party and pledged to ensure democracy succeeds in Nigeria. He also used the opportunity to formally introduce some of the aspirants and candidates of the Adamawa in the October 11th gubernatorial election, Senator Jibril Labindao, and another hopeful of contesting the gubernatorial election in Taraba State, Senator Jummai Al-Hassan. There's also party leaders here, including the state chairman of APC in Adamawa, that is Hajia Binta Masi Garba. Well, that's how it has been at the former declaration of former Vice President Haji Atiku Abubakar, the Turaki of Adamawa, who declared his intention to contest the 2015 presidential election under the All Progressives Congress. and the party has slated its primaries for 2nd December. And that's how it has been from NTA here, reaching you live at the Sheikh Musa Adwa Center. On behalf of the entire crew, I am Abdullahi Garba Bonokudu, saying bye for now.
Come and collect it. Then